Yeah, hello everyone. 안녕하세요. So, 네, 안녕하세요. So, 네, 안녕하세요. So, hope I am clearly audible and visible to all of you. Yes. Yeah, thank you so much. So, welcome to all of you in Sejong Indian Institute of Korean Language. Just I would request to please mute your microphone, and definitely you will get chance when I will ask you can just unmute. Yes, so just I would request again to please mute your microphone. Yes, right. So since it is language class, so definitely you will get chance to speak. So when I will ask you, you can just unmute your mic and you can answer, right? Okay, so again, welcome to all of you in Sejong Indian Institute of Korean Language. Before start, let me introduce myself. I am Kamaljeet Singh, and I will be your Korean language instructor. Prior to that, I have done my Korean language program from University of Delhi. It was basically a 3 years program from year 2006 to 2009. And during my study, I got opportunity to represent India in 13th International Korean Language Speech Contest held in Kuala Lumpur. And luckily, I got first prize over there. So total, I have 12 years of experience as a Korean language instructor, and today I am really very happy to have all of you in my class. So I saw you all are coming from very different background, and you have very different and unique objective to learn Korean language. Let me tell you, like in our today's class, we have students, we have some scholars, PhD scholars, private employee, government officer, homemakers, some technicians, some beauty expert, some taekwondo experts, and many more. And they have joined not only from different parts of India, from different parts of world. They have joined from Korea, Australia, Malaysia. Okay. So in fact, I really wanted to have interaction, one-on-one interaction with all of you. But since time doesn't allow, because we have very unique design of this course. We have 1 month of course, that is 4 weeks, and we will cover many more topics during this period. So I hope after completing this course, you will be at least able to read Korean language, Korean font. You can do some simple conversation. Okay, so let's start. Okay, right. Okay, so before start, I think we can start with the greeting, how to greet in Korea, right? Can you do? So how to greet in Korea? So like other Asian countries, Koreans also do a bit bold while greeting. Okay, and what they say? They say it 안녕하세요. They say it 안녕하세요. Okay, so we will say it together. 안녕하세요. Okay, 안녕하세요. 안녕하세요. Okay, yes. So yes, 안녕하세요. 안녕하세요. 네. 안녕하세요. Yes. Yes. Very good. Yes. Yes. So right. So I think now we can greet right in Korean. So just I would request again to please mute your mic. Okay. All of you please mute your mic. And definitely you can unmute while answering, right? After answering, please do it. Okay. Okay, so before starting language, just I think we should learn about the country as well, right? The country of which language we are going to study. Okay, so as we all know, Korea is a very small country located in East Asian region. Okay, so I have just roughly made a diagram, a map of Korea, as you can see. Okay, so basically there are two Korea, right? One is South Korea and one is North Korea. Okay, but since our diplomatic relation with North Korea is not that much strong, so mainly we focus on South Korea. Okay, so this video is clear for others. Can you see it in this board? Yes. So for some person, yes. So sometimes it happens due to problem with your local network also. So if you have some kind of problem network issues, just you can log in again. Okay. Just try to disconnect and reconnect it. Okay. Okay, fine. So as you can see, here is a map of South Korea. South Korea, it shares its border, that is land border, only with one country, and that is North Korea. Okay. So after this border, here is North Korea, and this part is South Korea. Right? Do you know the capital of South Korea? Yes. So South Korea capital is Seoul, but in Korean we call it Seoul. Okay, the capital is Seoul. In English we write it Seoul, but in Korean we call it Seoul. Okay. So as I told you, it shares its land border only with one country, that is North Korea, and this seaside it is surrounded with sea or ocean. Okay. So on the western side, the ocean is called West Sea, or it is also called Yellow Sea. Okay, it is a West Sea or Yellow Sea. If you come to the south part, it is called South Sea. It is called South Sea, and it is also called East China Sea. Okay? It is called South Sea or East China Sea. Coming to the eastern side, so it is called East Sea. Korea they call it East Sea, but Japan they call it Sea of Japan. Okay, so Korea they call it East Sea, but Japan they call it Sea of Japan. Okay. So do you also know the other city's name of South Korea as a major city? Yes. Right. Right. Yes. 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 So Gangnam is not, I think, city. It is in Seoul. It is part of Seoul. Yes. So if we talk if we talk Korea in terms of city, Korean city in terms of we can say population. Okay. So first is Seoul. Do you know the total population of Seoul? It is approx, I think, 10.5 million. Okay. And next is Busan. Busan population. Yes, so it is approx we can say 4.5 million. Okay. Next one is Incheon. It is Incheon. Incheon total population is approx 2.8 million. And fourth one is Daegu, approx 2.4 million. Okay, so here is Seoul. Next to Seoul is Incheon. There is also international airport at Incheon International Airport. Okay, and this part is Busan, and here it is Daegu. This one is Busan, Daegu, Seoul, and Incheon. And total population of South Korea is approx 52 million. Is the total population. Right? Okay, so I think most of us belong from India, right? So can you tell me some similarity between India and Korea? Yes, very good. Right? Yes. Okay, so can I just rub this one? Can I erase this one? Okay. Others, any more similarity between India and Korea? Yes, Tamil. Right. Yes. Okay. Yes. So one very interesting thing is that Indian language, that is Tamil, have some very approx 500 words that has very similar pronunciation and meaning in Korean language. Approx 500 Tamilian words, they have similar pronunciation as well as meaning in Korean. So first one is Independence Day. We both celebrate our Independence Day on 15th August, right? So India got their independence on 15th August 1947. What about Korea? Yes, date is same. Do you know the year? It was 1945, just two years before India. 2 years before India. So Korea, they got their independence on 15th August 1945, and India got independence on 15th August 1947. Okay. So India was a colony of Britain, and Korea was colony of Japan. Yes, important. So Korea was a colony of Japan from year 19, officially it was from year 1910 to 1945. It was under rule of Japan. So that is why still there are some bitterness. If you talk about some senior person, some elder person of Korea, they still have some bitterness in their heart for Japan. But things are changing now. Now the youngsters, they are using Japanese products. They don't have such kind of bitterness for Japan. But yes, for older generation, they still feel such kind of feeling. They have still such kind of feeling. Right? Okay. And also, both India and Korea, their national animal is tiger, we can say. Right? We have Buddhism common like a religion. Sorry? Yes, Horangi is tiger, right? So Horangi is tiger is our national animal. In Korea also Siberian tiger. Their national animal is Siberian tiger. Okay, and Buddhism is another common point between India and Korea. So these are the some facts, some similarities between India and Korea. Why I am telling you? Because if you are learning some language, then definitely we should try to learn their culture as well. Okay, so once we know culture, so that we will have some kind of information when we talk with some Korean person, so that we will have some kind of information so that we can talk with them, right? We should know all their political system, their history, their culture, and that is why we will also present one presentation after maybe in third week we will be presenting one presentation on Korean culture, that is called Mini Tour of Korea. Okay, and also we will be inviting some language experts, some field expert in this field. We will be inviting some Korean professors who are teaching there, and they will share their experience and they will share their the future aspects of learning Korean language. Fine. So okay, so let's start learning Korean language. Fine. So, language part we will start with their script, that is called Korean script. Okay, what we call Korean script? Yes, so Korean script is called Hangul. Okay, like English script is called Roman, Hindi script is called Devanagari. So in the simple fashion, Korean script is called Hangul. Okay. So Hangul was invented in year 1446. Hangul was invented in year 1446 by King Sejong. Yes, right, Sejong. It was invented in year 1446 by King Sejong. So what was prior to 1446? Yes, right. So before 1446, though while speaking for the spoken purpose, they were using the same language, that is Korean language. But since they didn't have their own script, own font, okay, so though they were using, while speaking, they were using Korean language, that is same, right, they are doing now. But for writing purpose, they didn't have their own script, okay. So they were using Chinese script. Okay, Chinese script is called Hanja. Hanja. Chinese script is called Hanja. But the problem was that, so what was the reason for inventing this script? So because they were using Hanja for speaking purpose, they were, sorry? Yes, right. So if we are using foreign script, okay, so Chinese, first of all, the Chinese characters, they are very pictorial kind of characters, okay, and the number is very huge, okay. So it was a bit difficult for the Korean person to use Hanja, and as a result, their literacy rate was very less before 1446. Their literacy rate was very less. Okay, so King Sejong, he thought, so we should have our own script. Okay, we should have our own script. So he called a group of scholars, linguist scholars, and they started working on Hangul from year 1443. They started working in year 1443 and they came in 1446 with their Hangul. Fine, clear? So at the time of their invention in 1446, there were 14 consonants. There were 14 consonants. Okay? And 10 vowels. There were 14 consonants and 10 vowels. So since these 14 and 10 were actually originated at the time of its invention, so these are called fundamental consonants and fundamental vowels. Right? Clear? So these are called fundamental consonants and fundamental vowels. So after that, the later on, some linguists, they felt some, we can say, difficulty of fulfilling all the Korean language with 14 plus 10, 14 consonants and 10 vowels. So what they did, they add on 5 more consonants in it. Okay? So these 5 are nothing, these 5 were not new consonants, they were actually derived from these fundamental consonants. So these 5 are also called derived consonants or derivative consonants. So these 5 were not actually originated, these were derived from these 14 consonants. So total consonant number is 14 plus 5 is equal to 90. Right? In the similar fashion, they derived 11 more vowels out of these 10 original vowels or fundamental vowels. So there are total 21 vowels. 10 plus 11 is equal to 21. Okay? 10 plus 11 is equal to 21. Okay? So there are 19 consonants in Hangul and 21 vowels. 19 consonants and 10 vowels. Out of 19, 14 are fundamental and 5 are derived. Out of 21, 10 are fundamental and 11 are derived or derivative. Hope I am clear to all of you? Yes. Okay. So now let's start learning. We will start with consonants and then we will cover vowels as well. Okay. So let's start with consonants. Before writing Hangul, there are 2 very basic rules. Okay? First rule is that it should always be written from top to bottom. Okay? From top to bottom. Top to bottom. Or we can say up to down. Okay. Second very simple rule is it should always be written from left to right. Okay. As I told you, there are 2 very simple basic rules of writing Hangul. First one, it should be written from top to bottom, and second from left to right. Okay. Now, starting with first consonant. Okay. First consonant is Ga. Just can you repeat after me? Even if your mic is on mute mode, just repeat it. Ga, 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 ga. Yes, ga. Okay. So how to write ga? Ga can be written like this. Okay. Now I will tell you the stop order. How to write ga? So first, one stop from left to right. Please ask you to mute your mic. Yes. Okay. First, one stop from left to right, and then next stop is up to down. It became ga. Okay. If we see the sound of ga in Roman, then it will give you the prime sound of G, but sometimes it may give you sound of K. Okay. Next consonant is na. 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 Yes. Right. Yes. Next consonant is na. Right. So how to write na? Na can also be written in two stop. One stop up to down. Then second stop from left to right. It is na. The sound of na will be M. Yeah, may I please ask you to mute your mic? Hope I am audible now. Thank you so much. Then the third Korean consonant is da. 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 It is da. It is da. Okay. So how to write da? How to write da? Da. Okay. So if we check the stop order, then da can be written in two stop. Okay. First stop left to right. Then second stop just write na. So it will become da. So ga. Yeah, sure. So first stop from left to right, then just write this na, second stop. Fine. If we check the pronunciations of da with Roman, so the sound will be, prime sound will be D. But sometimes it may give you sound of T as well. So the prime sound will be D, but sometimes it will give you sound of T as well. Okay, so it is ga, na, da. Ga, na, da. Yes. Ga, na, da. Da. Yes. Right? Yes. So next Korean consonant is ra. 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 Yes. Next consonant is ra. Okay. How to write ra? So this is ra. If you check the stroke order, so it can be written with 3 strokes. Okay. First stroke, just write ga. Second stroke, left to right, and then third stroke, just write na. Okay. So this one is ra. Again I am telling you, first write one stroke, first stroke, then second stroke, and then third stroke. The sound of ra will be similar to sound in the Roman, but sometimes it will give you sound of L also. Okay? Next Korean consonant is ma. 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 Ma.